that ran up to the 2016 election, we have the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Addo Akufo Addo, made a lot of promises, mouth-watering promises, that virtually lured the Ghanaian public into voting them into power. However, since assuming office in 2017, he has virtually failed to fulfill most of the promises. And one such promise was the 419, 1 million per constituency. If you look at the amount of money this government have gotten over this 3-year period, you remember during the period of since 2010, the oil that we have, we're operating only Jubilee. The only time that we managed to get 10 and Sankofa with this huge gas coming on board, well, when this government was sworn in. So if you look at the amount of money that they've had, the amount of borrowing that they are doing, I want to believe this is a very interesting platform, and many weeks to come, you'll be hearing from many of my colleagues from sector to sector about the things that are happening. And sometimes people just ask, people keep working out, because sometimes our hope was that if we work out, it will make the media investigate the issue much deeper. Unfortunately, let me say, my fellow countrymen, many of the people that have the conscience of our country seem to be too quiet. I don't know whether people are feeling intimidated. We should remember, when people were holding guns, we spoke, we fought for the right thing to be done. How can we be afraid of people who are holding sticks? People were holding guns, people spoke and fought for what they think is right. Imams, pastors, civil society organizations, these guys are holding sticks, and you think that you are afraid of talking? I don't think sticks hurt more than guns. So please, it is our collective responsibility to do what is right for our country. Don't let it sound like if one government is in power, some civil society then find their voice. But when another government is in power, then all of a sudden, they lose interest in politics, they watch National Geographic, and they lose their voice, and they can no longer know what the truth is. Truth is one, whether it is yesterday, the day before yesterday, today, or tomorrow. The above facts shows clearly that the $1 million per constituency promised by President Nana Addo is largely unfulfilled and monumental failure, as only 9.8% of the promised $820 million in 3 years, we are not even accounting for 2020, in 3 years, has been released between the period of 2017 and 2019. This fact, which exposes the dishonesty of the Nana Addo Bawumia government, applies to almost all the campaign promises of the President Nana Addo and his vice, Dr. Bawumia, and the NPP. We shall demonstrate this fact with disputable evidence in our subsequent briefing. Distinguished friends, talk they say is cheap. You can lie your way to power, but the truth will take you back to opposition.